And the show looks at how men view women, especially in a country like South Africa with gender-based violence.
When you talk about gender-based violence, I think it's something that is actually crippling the country. Good about men are dogs, do you know that?
Men are trash.
Yeah, men are trash, bro. Gender-based violence has really crippled our communities as well as our societies. Gender-based violence is from both hands. It's from both parties, from men and women.
Ngiyawuzube nje umngane amshaya intombazane ngakubona futhi ushaya intombazane mhlawumbe ngokulimaza mina.
It's 2025, progressive people, Mulweni.
2025.
You guys already know, Guti, it's your girl, Neliswa.
It's your boy Cody Ulu.
And your one and only Tuana Sips. And welcome to Progressive Podcast. Yeah, guys, pays while.
2025. It's a brand new year.
Hey, 2025, guys, is teeny. What are your plans? What is the goal? What are your aspirations?
Yeah. It's a brand new year. I think on my side, I am just trying to kick ass in all aspects of my life. I'm doing some exciting shows.
Yeah.
One of the shows that I'm doing is a one-man show called Breasts. So that's exciting. It's going to be
Breast?
exactly Breasts. And it's going to be directed by Kucho Green, who's a very, very good director.
All right.
One of the best in the country, a local black woman. So she ticks all the boxes. And the show looks at how men view women, especially in a country like South Africa with gender-based violence.
Very nice.
We're still in rehearsal. So we're going to premiere this show later on in 2025.
All right. Wow. The aspirations are on fire. It's kicking ass with some breasts.
Yes, I like that.
You got that right, yeah?
Good for you, man. At least you're actually doing something, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for him, yeah, I know he's doing quite a good thing. You know, I actually, when you talk about gender-based violence, I think it's something that is actually crippling the country.
Yeah.
But before we actually go into that, let me just say out my aspirations in just a few words. Guys, there are aspirations and there's the reality. I mean, I think I'm just gonna delve with the reality. You know, guys. Yeah, go
But your aims are high.
yeah, but my aims and hopes are high.
Yeah,
but
big ups to that. And your actions.
You said you had a plan. I'm interested in hearing the plan. You said you had a plan for 2025. We're here now. I'd really like to hear this plan.
The plan is to actually keep in touch with me having that hope and faith, you know, to face the reality, no matter what, you know, just fight whatever, whether good or bad.
Yeah.
Because, you know, sometimes it happens that you do have a specific idea or a business that you want to pursue and things don't actually, you know, work out the way.
Yeah.
Planned.
And you feel disappointed about that.
Yeah.
So rather to have a specific goal, rather have the courage to wanna tackle reality, you know, as it comes. You know, because it could be sickness.
Yeah.
I'm not being negative, but I'm
Yeah.
just, you know, being realistic about, you know, people having life and aspirations every time when the year, you know, starts.
Yeah.
Yeah, and okay, enough about me and aspirations, nah? Going back here to Lendabale, gender-based violence.
I want to hear Nels' aspiration.
I haven't said my aspiration. Guys, is the podcast firstly in the numbers. Guys, share it to your families. Like, yeah, big up, you know. And as an artist in Ngonokwam, as you guys do know, my music, I'm releasing music nakanjani 2025. Whoa! Guys, I'm a very versatile babe.
Okay, nice.
That's what I'll say. I'm a versatile babe in whatever genre I'm doing. We are so
nice.
just stay tuned. I'm not going to give you much, Nina. With more things.
Are you working with any, are you looking for any other musicians, probably a band, maybe? Are you going to have a band? Maybe some of our viewers are musicians and they'd like to work with you.
Yeah.
Guys, and I'm open. I'm
Okay,
open.
nice.
I'm open.
If we have any musicians, anyone who plays any instruments, please shoot us a comment and tell us what instruments you play.
Yeah.
Maybe you could be making some music with nails.
Yeah.
We want to
nails.
see you guys on the comment section, okay?
Nice.
But yes.
Dango.
So, Sibs, what were you saying before I interrupted you? Before you forgot to go to, I also have aspirations.
Actually, because Imbogoto. You know, as Imbogotos, you know, like a lot has to be said about Imbogoto.
Yeah.
Because,
Yeah.
you know, a lot of things has been happening,
Yeah.
bruh, you know, we men nowadays, good about men are dogs, do you know that?
Men are trash.
Yeah, men are trash, bro. We're being called by names because of this whole thing, gender-based violence. So, and I think
Fix your mic.
that's the reason why. Ndiphazamisile mntase, and I'm so
Okay.
sorry about that. Okay.
All right.
Yeah. So I think guys, gender-based violence has really crippled our communities as well as our societies, and thanks to people like Okodi, you know, having to actually produce works
Yeah.
that can actually educate the community
Yeah.
as well as the world at large about this gouge of gender-based violence. I think you know it's a very it's sort of what you call it? What did you call corona? What did you call corona? It's an
It's a virus.
Yeah.
it's not
Oh, okay. We had the
pandemic.
word.
It's
epidemic. Yes,
yeah.
an epidemic.
Yeah.
no, a pandemic.
A pandemic.
pandemic.
Yeah.
Oh, shucks.
Hey,
What's an epidemic?
Kim Kesana, yeah, now with words.
Oh,
I'm
shit.
terrible.
What's an epidemic?
I think it's something related to school. You know, academic.
No,
I
academic.
call.
Guys, please correct us there, but
Yeah,
like in the
but-
comments,
but-
boom, boom, boom.
but-
But it is a pandemic.
Yeah, that's a
Epidemic.
But I get what you mean. Yes.
Okay, Sibs, let's
Guys, and it's called gender based violence. I think, man, guys, it's a serious one.
yeah.
It's a really, really serious one.
Yo, man. Yeah. It's really sad, you know.
I think
So yeah, the point is, when you look at this whole thing of gender-based violence, I think the government, bruh, is actually not looking at this whole thing in a broader view. In a sense that when you look at this whole thing, men are to blame time and again, or rather, men are being called by names. But when you look at it carefully, gender-based violence is from both hands. It's from both parties, from men and women.
Yeah.
Sometimes women create a situation, and men act on the situation,
Yeah.
or men
don't agree with
create.
that,
Can I finish?
yeah, sure.
Or men create the situation, and women retaliate to the situation.
Yeah.
So it's something that is balanced,
Yeah.
which needs to be addressed. I think in a manner that is fair for both parties involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I
Can
don't.
if somebody kills, like this guy who just
bro.
killed his wife and everything.
Ubani u-
Can we respond? Can I respond now? I think
you
you're going
can.
so fast. I can't
Okay,
even respond to
yeah,
the
you
first
can.
point that you're trying to make.
Yeah.
I don't. I come from a family where we don't lay hands on women,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
always stand for that. No matter what a woman does, you know.
Yeah.
I don't think that a man under any condition should lay their hand on a woman, right? And yes, women can get really violent as well.
Yeah.
But if we look at the
Yeah.
statistics, it's always men, guys. We can say, yeah, women aggravates us,
Yeah.
blah blah blah. It's always, and men in South Africa are traumatized, guys. We're going to go back to and if I've seen my dad hit my mom my whole life, and I have an argument with my girlfriend, what do? I want to hit my girlfriend because
Yeah, that's what you know.
It's what you know, right? So if we as men don't look at the bad things that we see other men doing and call those things out.
Yeah.
If I don't hang with boys I don't hang with other men that call women bitches.
Yeah.
It's just how I see myself, how I value myself. I don't hang with men that lay hands on women, you know. And once you start to become so staunch in your beliefs, other men start to do that as well. And the kids who hang around you, they start to imitate
Yeah.
that as
Yeah.
well, you know. We need to call out our friends. Mina ngihlanje nomngani mve oshaya intombazane. We need to call out our friends. Ngiyawuzube nje umngani amshaya intombazane. Ngakubona futhi ushaya intombazane mhlawumbe ngokulimaza mina. Do you get what I'm saying? I just that's
Yeah.
for me, you know.
Now, I also feel kule point uyithethayo Xolo ukuthi men are really traumatized, like seriously, and yet men are taught to with that mentality. A man doesn't break down, a man doesn't cry. You always have to carry. So as long as you know, if you can take it back, like try to imagine it in your head. As long as steps, being a teenager, all those things, you take them in.
Yep.
So I'm telling you, at some point, they're going to bust out.
Yep.
It depends. And
And you can kill someone when they eventually manifest to those because you bottle them inside.
So, like, it's a total no-no. Amadota, like putting hands on women.
You know, guys.
But now, listen, Sibs. Like the psychology and the reality of things, people don't have the best way to show frustrations. So even as women are also going through the most. Like sisonke, like seriously, both genders, but that's why I'm saying men mostly, because they don't show it mostly. So when they do, they lose it. Yeah. So even for women like nabo ba angry, right? When you guys first start to date, everything is gloomy and stuff, and then it becomes maybe Tina, we are very abusive. The words break down a person.
Yep.
So afikelele, now you're breaking down a person naye ongekho strong in terms of emotion and ongena wisdom ukuthi how can I display this. So I feel like this whole thing, gender-based violence, is still gonna go on until abantu bayazi ukuthi indaba ye-counseling is real. And that thing is necessary for all of us. I get home to above, no, I can deal with this. Just go, because sometimes you don't even know you have a problem, but once you start talking, this is so deep.
Can I say something about women though?
Yeah.
And I mean this in the nicest way. I feel like women sometimes are not smart in how to pick their fights.
Yeah.
As a man,
emotionally,
as a man,
yeah,
I will not go pick a fight with the biggest guy in the gym because he stepped on me. If he steps on me, I'm like, oh, sorry, I can. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a survival tactic. You must know the fights that you can win, and you must know the fights that you can't win.
Now we don't have that.
Don't aggravate umuntu wesilisa to a point where men will always be physically more dominant, guys.
It comes back to that thing, especially if it's your man ulala nayo, it's a relationship thing.
That's the thing.
You guys,
and
besides that, you know that saying, when we sleep together, we are selling.
Yeah. And women are very, that's what I'm saying. They're like chihuahuas. The chihuahua will go after a pit bull, and the pit bull can end its life with just one bite.
Yeah.
But the pit bull won't, do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's learning these dynamics, in fact, the balance between the feminine and the masculine energy, because we need each other, guys. Whatever you can say, for humanity to progress. We always constantly need each other.
Yeah.
What groundwork are we putting down to be able to?
I think what's really important is at least there has to be some form of imbalance between the two. Because even if, like, for example, you said you don't sit with boys who beat up women.
Yeah.
I think that's the type of abuse that we are exposed to, or that we're actually taught. But it's a very deeper thing, when you look at it carefully. Because if I'm a man and I beat up my woman, or rather, if I beat up my woman, I'm a bad guy to the society. And what if I beat up a man? How does that make me?
They embrace you.
It's justifiable if I beat up a man, and it's abuse when it's a woman.
But you're not dating the man.
No. I know. I just want to lay out something to you. Yeah. It's either, it could be a woman, or it could be a man.
Yeah.
But the fact that you can impose pain on a human being,
on someone else,
that's abuse. It's a form of abuse.
Definitely.
So my question here is, why is it justifiable if I beat you up today, but if I beat up Nels today, it's going to be abuse? So there is an imbalance.
Because we love Nels. You're dating Nels. I can beat up a stranger because he tried to take my phone.
No, I can.
And people will clap.
I can beat up a woman even if I'm not in love with the woman. She can, like you said.
Yeah, there are cases like that.
She can pick up the wrong fight, and then I beat you up. How is that?
Then it's not gender-based violence. Then you're just harming someone. That's a case.
But if she goes and open a case to the police, it could be classified as such.
Yeah. So
it's assault. No, it will be classified as assault in terms of legal practice. It will be classified as assault. But if you're dating
an
someone,
assault to
On a
female
female, yes.
person,
Yeah, on a
it's
female.
classified as gender-based violence because that imbalance that I'm a man and she's a bit lower than me, so obviously.
Okay. I
This-
didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm telling you,
Yeah, I
bruh.
didn't know that. I think,
Because if you beat up a woman today, that is why you'll see a machida, Ekas will tell you, good time,
yeah,
because we take advantage because you got power and she doesn't have the power.
yeah.
So that imbalance has to be addressed. I think if that imbalance can be addressed, this world will be a better place.
Ukuthi it's not okay to harm any human being.
Yeah, there mustn't
Yeah.
be any justification.
Because
Even
indaba
if,
ye-GBV, guys, has been going on for years.
yeah.
Like,
And why is it?
ziyazibabhika i-cases, ziyazibankulu, like
Yes,
To me,
namansazi.
it's a bit psychotic. Like my favorite vase.
Do you get me?
I wouldn't
Yeah.
touch it. You know, my favorite, like, umuntu, if you claim to love something, if you claim
Yeah.
to my book, my Steve Biko book, which is
Yeah.
signed by my ex. Like I treat that book, so I don't let anyone touch that book. You know, I don't let anyone read it. You can't borrow that book. So if I claim to love my girl and I'm with my girl, you know, yeah, she can make me angry. Ngamshayela lo muntu vele.
Eish, but love, love is very dangerous because love
Love is a
built
beautiful
out
thing.
of love, a lot of
Can turn
things
into hate.
as built-ega. And besides obsession, you know, where you feel like I love this person too much, like I'm no longer in control of your entire self. So because mostly we women are emotional.
Yep.
Yes, Basinjari, you just snap like you feeling what you're feeling. You're not gonna wait.
Yeah.
You're gonna express that how you're
Yeah.
feeling. You know. So when you are no longer in control of your being, your self being, ugla level, your obsession, or it's psychotic. It's scary.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if do you see yourself getting to that level, or you only see the result? Because that guy, Usbusiso Daga.
Daga.
Yeah.
After he did that, he killed himself. Now I ask myself, but it's a question that can never be answered because I ask myself, was he shocked after he realized, Guti, oh my gosh, like it's gotten to this.
Yes, I think there is a moment of shock after killing somebody, after taking somebody else's life. There is that moment of of truth that comes within you as a person. That what if
Do
I
you
just
think it's a mental condition? Can we agree, Guti, at some level, maybe small, on some spectrum, ukuthi when you abuse umuntu othi ojola naye, there is a level, uzugcina umbulala, there is a level of being psychologically unwell? But
Yes.
I don't know what you guys think. Maybe some of our viewers
Yeah,
can
you
also
guys can,
interject on that and give us your analogy or your understanding of gender-based violence and what we can do as a country to perhaps target this issue.
I like
this
that.
this epidemic or pandemic.
No,
or it's saying because
epidemic. I checked it
like
out.
it's an epidemic. You can also say epidemic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's the same thing.
yeah, epidemic.
And
Pandemic is more.
Yeah.
Magui viral.
corona.
Magulwa, yeah, magulwa, yeah.
Kulendo Buiteta, we also need to understand ukuthi before the outcome of death, there was a lot that, because umdu doesn't most
Just
times
go to straight to killing, yeah.
So it starts payana, maybe as a mental issues they were starting to show. So guys, like the question that Ukodi asked, please, we need to hear your views on
Yeah,
the
guys,
comments.
and
Because
maybe-
this thing
Please,
is really
please,
scary.
Let's
and-
open up the debate to everyone else and the people
Yeah.
following, and share maybe with your classmates and students, and we can bring the talk in,
Back
guys.
in.
We'll see what do we do as a country
Yeah.
that is in an epidemic,
Yeah.
gender-based violence epidemic, and how can we move forward together with both the
Yeah.
males and the females?
Because it's so scary, because obviously the person doesn't just become that animal overnight, All right, guys. So our time is finished for today, but we want to hear your comments, Zenu. Then we'll come and revisit this topic.
Yeah,
Yes,
I'd like to say
it's bigger than us.
one more thing before the time actually ends. Okay, guys, it was good having you, and this was a really interesting debate, or rather, can I put it that way?
Yeah,
Debate, right? Yeah. So all I wanna say lastly is, guys, please stop acting on impulse, especially when it comes to anger issues. If you are angered, mawucabange, thatha isikhathi ucabange before uthathe isinqumo, you see.
Breathe.
Yeah, so whatever that you guys have to say out there, Makaya, whether ubayisa ama-veggie, ubayisa umbila, or whatever the case may be, Ntanga, just staying tuned on Progressive Podcast, Young Toiler Boy. This is your platform to engage with people, to express your views.
Nice one, bro. I think on a last note, I think we can also help the guys by maybe putting in our comment section some numbers that you can call if you're struggling with gender-based violence within your own household. Some counseling numbers for support-free counseling.
Yeah.
Those will all be linked in the video in the comment section below. Cheers, guys.
Thank you so much, guys. We love you and stay tuned. Bye-bye, 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 2025.